tell me a little bit about yourself, what you got interested to join the Sankhana, and what is your educational background?
Well, so I have studied here in Kenya for my undergrad, and then I wanted to do my master's in South Africa
Okay.
in economics.
Mhm.
Uh, I did work as a consultant for a few companies working with data, but largely for I think the one that really got me interested in data was my stint with the New South Institute, which is a think tank based in South Africa.
Mhm.
And we were dealing with a quantitative project. Yeah.
That's good.
Mhm. Thank
So,
you.
what skills did you learn from Sankhana and this course?
Mm. So I think most of my data analysis was rudimentary, like, just using Excel.
Mm-hmm.
So the most important skill acquisition here was the demystification of Python, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Okay.
So Python, it looks like a big animal, that kind of thing, but then we were able to go through the syntax. You're
Mm-hmm.
able to see how to, probably even if you get stuck, how to even ask or seek for help in Python itself. Um,
And where did you see yourself in next 5 years?
I'm definitely going to be using all these skills, especially the more advanced ones, because what I have come to realize then with the data is that they do not like entry level. So at any point that you're looking for a job, you must just be a pro, you know. So I think I am going to practice on those harder skills, especially the machine learning, which were the core concepts that were introduced to me.
Mm.
And one of the things that I intend to do in the immediate future is to maybe develop a portfolio,
Okay.
which and then which I can use it to break into more sophisticated data roles.
Is the best advice you have ever received?
The best advice I have ever received.
Yeah.
Well, you mean in the course or
Yeah.
generally?
No,
In the
in the
course,
course or
within the
in
course.
yeah.
Well, so I did ask Tapaswini personally. This was not in the course, those private consultation
Okay.
moments. So I asked her if I could just break into machine learning
Mm-hmm.
straight up from the course.
Yeah.
And she told me yes, depending on how committed I am
Mm-hmm.
to the process of getting myself into that role.
Mm-hmm.
But more practically, she gave me a map kind of that I could start off as a serious data analyst and then work your way to more advanced roles.
What motivates you?
Well, I think right now, where I am in my career, I am getting more excitement in doing the things that I can almost see their practical
Okay.
output, kind of. You can almost see where in society it is being applied in real life or in real sense. For example, the paper we did on migration.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, yes, I
The
can
paper,
hear you.
yeah, the paper we did on migration,
Yeah.
it was so much, it was full of insights. Essentially, we thought that a lot of people leave
Mm-hmm.
Africa for Europe and America and everywhere, and India, by the way.
Okay.
But it's not the case. A lot of Africans move within Africa. So that was a useful insight, and I could see the people
Mhm.
concerned with policy around the continent. They
Yes.
were, they took it as a useful input. It's
Mm-hmm.
not always, and so that they can look for ways to improve
Mm-hmm.
migration
Yes.
within,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily without. And also looking at the characteristics of the countries that are
Yeah.
probably sending people outside of the continent more, what is going on there, and those ones that are receiving more from the continent, what is going on there. I thought that had a real practical dimension for me, and so that kind of things motivate me.
What is your goal?
um, the short-term goal is to have those projects out, create, do some further learning to create some kind of a website or a site, even if it's on GitHub, for me to get those um, projects out, and then probably get into some serious job hunt for serious data roles. You know, they're more advanced ones, the more sophisticated ones, the ones that I couldn't touch before, like machine learning.
Mm.
And now probably with the certificate, which I hope I will get.
Okay.
Um,
How did you feel yourself before and after joining the course?
so what I began by saying, that's exactly what my feeling was. A lot of the, because I'm a trained economist
Mm.
and I have worked mostly as an economist most of the time that I left campus.
Yes.
So up to that point, the
Mm.
formal data, the kind of the data skills that I had, most of them were self-taught. And I will tell you, the challenge of self-teaching is there is so much information. That is my biggest problem. You start with some course online. Before you get halfway, there is another course online. Before you get halfway, there is another course. So it's very confusing.
Mm.
So the important thing with the Sankyana for me was that it directed me, it gave me a focus. That is my biggest benefit, I will tell you, that I know I have a template for when I want to do my EDA.
Mhm.
And then I can, I know maybe I should probably look at what Panda, the full documentation of pandas, and I'll be able to learn more. I have a template for when I want to do machine learning. I have a template for this particular kind of problem, not to use a linear regression, but to use a clustering, it's probably if there what can I say, if the outputs are two, a logit, for example,
Yeah. So, did you recommend this course to anyone, your friends or family members, like who interested
Yes,
in data
definitely.
science? Yeah.
Yes, I have a few guys, that I know are pursuing IT related courses. I have recommended it to them. I've recommended it to my friends. I've recommended to my friends that deal with data.
Mm.
So yeah, I will definitely recommend it to them any day, anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.